Thank you, thank you. Send it right back. Take a seat, take a seat. Alright, we have a great show lined up for you today with some very special guests. Our first guest nominated for her stunning performance in the newest movie by the Grimm Brothers, Brother and Sister. Please help me welcome Sister! Ellen, yay! Hey Ellen. Hey, so happy to have you with us today. I'm so happy to be here. I watch the show all the time. I love it, and you. Well, thank you, and I'm a fan of yours too. I've seen Brother and Sister, and it's great, really. Seems like it's been a great success. Yeah, it's been a great experience. I love having a movie based on my life. Yes, that is amazing. But your life is so exciting, who wouldn't want to make it into a movie? But I've heard of some negative feedback coming from the media. I was watching TMZ the other day, and I believe there's a rumor going around that you're not considered an archetypal hero. Tell us about that. Yeah, I've been receiving some hate from the media. It's just so hard to believe. I don't know why people would want to hurt me like that and say I'm not an archetypal hero. It's something I'm trying to deal with. Yes, I wish everyone would just be nice to each other, because I'm Ellen. I think we should clear this up for the viewers and set them straight. Sounds good to me. Start firing the questions. Alright, well sister, how was your childhood? Anything unusual surrounding your birth? Yes, actually there was. My brother and I were blessed with an amazing mother, but unfortunately she died and left us with an evil stepmother. Oh wow, I'm really sorry to hear that. But you're such a strong person. Being left with an evil stepmother must have been tough. How did you handle it? Well, we had to put up with some pretty gruesome living conditions. We grew up with our evil stepmother beating us and barely giving us enough food. We couldn't handle it any longer, so my brother and I decided to run away. It was a rough upbringing, and being on your own at such a young age, did this lead you to any adventure or quest? Yes, well, when we decided to leave, we went off into the forest on a quest to find a peaceful place to live. Oh wow, well this must have been a very enlightening experience. Did you learn anything about yourself? Yes, I discovered a special weapon I could use against my stepmother. See, she was also a witch and had enchanted all the brooks in the forest. When my brother, who was so thirsty, went to drink from the brooks, I heard them say whoever drank from them would turn into a tiger, a wolf, or a roebuck. I used this special weapon to foil my stepmother's plan, for if my brother had turned into a tiger or wolf, he would have killed me. Wow, what an amazing gift. That was really lucky that you were able to hear those warnings. But did your brother end up drinking from a brook? Yes, unfortunately he did not hear my warning at the third brook in time, and unfortunately transformed into a roebuck. That must have changed everything. I take it from that point on, you were an invaluable individual in your brother's life. When he turned into a deer, I put my golden garter on his neck to stand out among the other deer, and this ended up saving his life. When the huntsman and the king were hunting, they saw my brother with the golden collar and decided not to kill him because they knew it made him special. I also found a shelter in an abandoned cabin and gathered food for us to eat, and I took care of us for many years. Wow, you really proved yourself and just how valuable you are. Now please, tell us more about the huntsman and the king. Is that how you and your husband met? Haha, yes it is. My brother and I went from living in a cabin to a beautiful castle as I used my special weapon, my beauty, to make the king fall in love with me. It sounds like your life really turned around. You found your own husband, and I believe you were blessed with a beautiful child? Yes, that is all true, but it took a turn for the worse the day my son was born. That night, my evil stepmother came for revenge and killed me, sending me to my very own hell-like place away from my family. That's horrible. If you were killed, then how are you with us now? I found my supernatural ability. Even though I was dead, I was able to return to the castle and walk among the living in order to care for my baby and brother roebuck. I returned home many nights, and when I was finally able to connect back to my husband, suddenly I became restored and life was brought back to me. Wow. Don't we all wish we had an ability like that? I'm so glad you discovered this and that you're here with us today. Thank you, Ellen. So am I. Back to life, how are you able to deal with what happened and make amends? After I returned, I was able to come to terms with what had been done to me, as my stepmother was put to trial and punished for her actions. That is quite the experience. I bet you're very happy it is all over. Yes, I truly am. You see, when my stepmother was executed, her enchantment on my brother What an extraordinary tale. I think we definitely proved TMZ wrong. It was great having you on the show today, and I hope everyone finds their happy ending just like you. Thanks, Ellen. Join us tomorrow when we have Cinderella and special musical guest Chris Brown. Be kind to one another.
Anyways.